Welcome to Shad Life. Well, today I'm going to ride this feature, and I've ridden it before on my channel, right? So basically you come from that way, it's skinny. The turns are the hardest part. That one's not so bad, but this one, you come around, get onto the skinny board, and then it's skinny through here. So sometimes I'll slide off on the inside there, or on the inside here, or sometimes here, but this one I'm very rare. It's either going to be there or there. So I know once I get through there, I generally can just go, and then you have kind of the thing they used to call a mustache or whatever, little rollers at the end. I get a closer look. But what I want to show you is how I use a 360 camera. In this case, this is the Insta360 X5. It's their latest model, and I didn't want to get the previous models because they didn't have replaceable lenses. This one has replaceable lenses. I have the cover on there right now. I'll take that off and you can see these lenses. It's interesting because when I see people reviewing 360 cameras, they're always carrying it and doing things like that, or mounting it, things like that. Whether it be on the side of a car, on a bike, or they're carrying it on the selfie stick, right? But you rarely see people show how to use them in cases like this, where I'm a lone YouTuber. I don't have somebody to film for me and things like that. So I use the 360 camera to film a feature like this. And then in post, or while I'm editing is another way to say it, but in post is kind of the terminology we use. And I use Adobe Premiere Pro, but I also use the Insta360 app to get that clip the way I want it. And then I go in Premiere Pro and polish it up and add all the other stuff I want to add. I can show you that in a separate video, but in this video I'm just going to show you how I film it, and then I'll show you the end product. I did just order the GoPro Max 2, or pre-order it, and when I get that I can do comparisons between this camera and that camera and so on. I am a GoPro fanboy, but I did buy the Insta360 X5 because it helps me as a YouTuber get better quality footage. But now that GoPro finally came out with an updated 360 camera, I'm gonna probably use that more. We'll see. I mean, it all depends on which one's putting out the better quality, right? So let's go ahead, and what I'll show you, what I do is I set up the camera here in a position somewhere, right? And I do have it on the selfie stick. And the selfie stick, let's see if I can do this with one hand. I can't. Here, let me just stop for a sec. Okay, I extend the selfie stick to the height that I want, right? And then I get down here and kind of look at the feature, because this is kind of what you're gonna see when I'm done editing in post, right? So I want to be down at the level of the camera, and is that a good angle? Is that what I want to see? I think so. I might move it a little more this direction. Yep, there we go. So I'm not so close to riding, for two reasons. If I slip off, I don't want to kill the camera, and two, it gets really hard to be that close in the footage. So yeah, I'll go ahead and ride this. So what I do is I go and turn on, and in this case they do have that quick start feature where all you have to do is press the circle and it'll go on from an off setting. You can power it on over on the side, but to preserve battery I just do the instant on thing, and then when you push it again it turns it off. GoPro does the same thing also. So yeah, oh, and then to add to it, I'll sometimes wear this at the same time, so I'm getting both angles. So we'll do that for you here. Another thing I always have to remember is a lot of times I'll set my bag down and it's like in the footage, and it's just kind of nicer to not have like my bag in the clip. And then the other, oh, and I also will turn this like this so I don't have to use much stitching, because stitching is on these edges and so on. So I'm kind of just doing this as I go and remembering what to do. But so I'll have the camera like this, then this lens will cover most of what's happening, and I won't have to do the stitching piece, because sometimes the stitching can get a little odd. Okay, so I'm going to go turn this on. I have no idea if I'm going to pull this or not, but I know it's recording now. And then I'm going to go grab my bike, go over there, and try to ride this feature. Okay, so my 360 camera is set up over there. I just turned my GoPro on so you can see it from this angle. POV, we call it. Then I'm going to go ahead and try to ride this. Outside there, outside here, commit. Nope, not that time. Try to ride this. Outside there, outside here, commit. Nope, not that time. So this will take me a few tries, so then I have to stop the cameras and then I'll restart them. I could just run them, but then the clips get so long that they're harder to deal with in post. Okay, so the 360 camera is on over there, and I'm going to try number 2. I need to focus on riding, not be thinking about this video I'm making about how I film. So let's focus on the skinny. It's also hard to see with this light. Oh, there, that went to the inside. It's also hard to see with this light. Oh, there, that went to the inside. That's what I talked about. So I really need to come wide, and I might even want to just hop the wheel over a little bit. Try again. All right, here we go. Third try. I think if I don't feel lined up, I might just hop the back wheel over, kind of trial style. We'll see. Wide there, really wide here. There we go. Hopped it over. On. Yeah. Wide there, really wide here. There we go. Hopped it over. On. Yeah. I feel like that was pretty sketchy, but I did it. Okay, so there you have it. It took me 3 tries to do that. That is rare. Usually it takes me more than that. There's been times I've been trying to do this and get super frustrated after like 5, 6, 7 tries, and I still haven't pulled it, and I start swearing and stuff. It's always entertaining. But yeah, that was cool. 3 tries, got it done on the Haro Squirrel. So you saw the video that I did with the 360 camera, and then I also showed the POV, right, back to back. And that's just kind of a cool effect that I can do on my channel. I don't always do it. It's not always convenient, especially on an active trail. Like right now, like nobody's riding this feature. This is an advanced loop at Theo, and I hear riders going by up there on the main trail, but they're not coming down here, so nobody's come through this whole time that I've been filming, which is makes it easier to film when I know I don't have to worry about riders coming through. Plus I have plenty of visibility if somebody is coming to get out of the way before they get here. But that third try, so like the first try I got to about here and kind of was just going too slow and being too cautious and fell over. So then the second try, of course, I was a little bit faster, committed more, but then just like I said would happen or could happen is my rear tire slid off on this turn, right? So then the third time I was like, well, I might need to hop my back tire over, so I came through, hopped it over, got through. It felt pretty sketchy through here. It was pretty wobbly and sketchy. I didn't think I was going to make this. I think my tire was really close. And what I'll do is go back to that footage from this camera, and I'll show you a still of how close did my tire come. I personally don't know yet. Yes, I could go on here and try to find that clip and figure it out now, but I don't. It's hard to do with the small screen. So I would rather just wait till I'm on my computer and have the clip, but I'll just show you that clip really quick right here. So yeah, again, I don't know how close my tire got, but now you know. And that's what's kind of cool about having this other view, is I can do stuff like that with the camera. So then, yeah, I got through, and you know, that part is pretty easy, like unless I'm way off balance. I mean, I felt a little unstable, but I just committed and went and got through there. So yeah, not the cleanest run I've had through here, but I'll take it on a third try. So there you have it. That is how I use a 360 camera, and it can be super beneficial, especially because I'm out usually by myself filming, to get those other angles and things. I do have the Max 2 coming, as I mentioned earlier, and when I get that camera, I'll talk about it and we'll compare the two and things like that. But it's definitely a cool technology, and I use it very differently than how most people use 360 cameras. I've used them before where I set them up at the skate park and I'm grinding on the ledge and things like that. I also have used this in those same situations, but I can't, you know, zoom in. I mean, I can zoom in and out, but I can't like move around and go 360 degrees like I can with the 360 camera. I'll show you that in another video, how I do it in post, how I do the editing side of things. So look forward to seeing that one. Appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.